A coronavirus outbreak among some emergency responders is putting Jefferson County ambulance districts in a tough spot. Co-workers who were potentially exposed to the virus are not quarantining. Russell Kinsall is in Jefferson County explaining why these frontline workers are still on the job. He's in Barnhart tonight.
It first started with just like a tickle in my throat.
Jesse Sutter and Alex Lynn are two of the 12 paramedics at the Rock Township Ambulance District that caught the coronavirus.
Stuffy nose, maybe some low-grade fevers, but I mean, really, that was pretty much the bulk of it.
During one stretch, 10 paramedics were out at the same time. The chief thinks they may have picked up the virus at a training session. Even with nearly a third of the staff out, the ambulance district continued to serve the community.
The nature of this business is that you still have you got to do what you got to do.
The remaining employees worked lots of overtime and had less time off between shifts.
You feel bad that your coworkers and friends are working, to the bone to try to keep up with the 10 of us being out.
Those who tested negative but had a possible exposure didn't go home and quarantine but stayed on the job. CDC guidelines allow it for healthcare workers in critical roles.
That simply means that you're going to wear a mask. If you start showing symptoms, we'll have you tested right away, and if you're negative, you come right back to work as long as you don't have a fever and you wear a mask while you're working.
The Rock Township Ambulance District is now back up to full staff.
We were there in spirit. It seemed like they were able to keep their heads above water, and I mean, they had a job to do and they got it done.
Luckily, the worst of the symptoms was 2 weeks of body aches and fever. The paramedics say they're doing all they can to stay safe, including wiping down their ambulances after each use and using an ultraviolet light inside the ambulances after each use. That UV light can kill viruses and bacteria. In Barnhart, Russell Kinsall, News 4.